Mwah. Today I wanted to introduce y'all to my new puppy. His name is Dre, and he is part pit bull, and then also, what else are you, Dre? Forgot what you are. There's quite a story to this little guy. He was unexpected for sure. And he's about 3 to 6 months old now. I came home and I let out my other dog because I have another Chihuahua. She's about like 12, 13 years old. Her name is Hollis. I let her out and then I was like washing my dishes, and then I saw this dark thing running across and I was like, is this another dog? Like, whose dog is in our backyard right now? Like, was there a hole or something? He just came from outside, so he's cooling off here. Good boy. My sheets are gonna stink. Oh my gosh, I got dirt on my white blanket. I looked out and then he just like starts barking at me. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what is your deal, dude? Then I'm told that we have a new dog and that he is here to stay, and that he came from a bad place, that he wasn't being taken real good care of. So now he's ours. You gotta be on camera, dude. You're the star of this episode. So yeah, he has bright blue eyes. Do you see his eyes? So as y'all know, there's a whole stigma against pit bulls or any dogs that are part pit bull, no matter how much percent they are, that they're dangerous and that they must be extinct. They should be killed off, whatever. Like, there's literally people who will buy or get baby pit bulls and get rid of them, which is a very tragic and sad thing, because a lot of it, like, I know that there's a lot of people who, like, you're not going to convince them no matter what. There's the whole, it's how you raise them. And I know that's something that people hear a lot. To some people, they're just like, I don't care. I don't like pit bulls. There have been cases where, you know, there's really good owners that socialize their dogs, and unfortunately there's something that triggers an attack, like whether on another animal, on another person. But I'm doing my best to make sure that that doesn't happen, and I think that it is far from happening for sure. I've been socializing him. Like, I've been taking him to the park constantly. I don't know, I should have my hair like this. You're lazy. Socializing with people, dogs. The first day that I did, it was really good. Like, he was culture shocked. Like, you can tell he has never been to a dog park because he looked at all these people, all these dogs, and he was just like, what is going on? Like, he wasn't barking at all. Like, every now and then, if he's scared, he'll huff. Like, he'll like sort of bark, but it's not like a complete bark. He got to meet a friend of mine and he huffed at her at first, but like once she approached, he started sniffing her, wagging his tail, and he was all happy. And then he wanted to jump on her. There was another day that I took him to another part of the park, which has way more people, way more dogs, and these dogs were off leash. Well, that was my fault that what happened. So I was walking him and I had just gotten him a harness because I was like, I'm not gonna be walking him with like just a leash, like a collar, and like choke him. Like, no, the first few days that I had him, I had to do that. I put him in the pink leash. You know, not that it matters, like, he's a dog, he doesn't care what color his leash is, but I was like, you know, I want to get him a harness. So after a few days I did, and I spent like $70. I got him a new name tag, a harness, and a leash. I took him to the park. I had him behind me, which I should have had him in front of me, and I noticed that there's a little Chihuahua or something that's running towards us, and I'm like, oh look, a friend. And before I could turn around and look at Dre, I'm on the floor. He started running off because he got scared of this little thing. I wasn't ready, so I didn't brace myself, and I get pulled and thrown to the floor. There's a bunch of people around, like, people are looking like, oh my God. The fall was literally so bad that someone ran up this guy and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. He just gets so freaked out and he runs away, and I have to like pull, which is also why I wanted to make sure that I had a harness, because I'd rather like pull and it be under his arms rather than his throat. Like, I just feel like that might teach aggression if you choke a dog. I don't want him abused in any manner. You know, I don't know what his life was like beforehand, but all I know is that he's here now. It's on me at this point. Like, I'm gonna make sure he's fed, that he's socialized, because I'm not gonna have this, you know, living up to the stereotype that pit bulls are dangerous. Any dog can be dangerous. Any person can be dangerous. That's why boundaries have to be established. You have to teach right from wrong. If not, like, there's going to be no limits to what one could act like. You see how he freaks out from a little dog? Like, he runs away. His thought is to run away. Even if he barks, he ends up running away if you get too close, because he's not an aggressive boy at all. I'm not used to a big dog. So I used to actually have a white German Shepherd. Her name was Trixie, and I had her 15 years ago. She was a great dog, but we always let her out in the backyard, you know. We have a 2-story house, so we never really took her out. Trixie never really got that socialization that she needed. She had never bit anyone. There were times where she barked at other dogs, but she was a good dog. She still liked people, but I look back and I was just a kid then, so I can't blame myself. But I'm like older now, and now that I have this dog, I'm like, I don't want him to be raised like Trixie was. I want him to know what dog parks are. I want him to meet other dogs. I want him to just be taken care of. He deserves that. Given that I'm not used to like bigger dogs, oh bless you, when I take him walking and he craps, it's the nastiest thing ever. It's just gross. Like I have the bag and I'm grabbing it and I just feel it and it's so nasty and you can smell it. It's like the size of humans poop. Like it's so nasty. I just hate it. Like I'm like, ew. Like if you're watching me walk this dog, you can tell I'm not used to the big dog life because I literally have like my arms extended out and I'm like ew, and I throw it in the trash can as soon as possible. But that's how it is. He gets used to like at the dog park being around people and the dogs after a while. I let dogs approach him. I make sure that the other dogs aren't aggressive. Like I keep a big eye on everyone. He gets used to it and then he socializes. I'm always like, Dre, he's a friend, she's a friend. He was already pre-named, by the way, so I'm not gonna change his name. I take him back a couple days later and it's like reintroducing him to the whole concept. I've made sure that when I'm walking with him across the whole field with all those dogs that I don't let the leash extend that much and that he's in front of me so that he doesn't catch me off guard and throw me to the floor. Like my arm literally was so sore for the next few days after that. He's made me fall twice, but I've gotten better because I'm not used to the whole big dog. Let me see if he reacts to it. See, you know what these are. I think that these are treats. That's fun taking him on car rides, hanging out with him and chilling. It's definitely given me more things to do for sure. I didn't expect him, but I have him and now I just feel like it's my job to take care of him, to foster him. He's definitely the family dog, so I don't expect that he'll be with me forever whenever I go off. But I want to do the best that I can and do the most that I can for him for the time being, so he can be the best dog that he can be. And I'm glad to have him, and he's the sweetest thing ever. He's very affectionate, he's funny, and he likes the cats. The cat didn't like him at first, one of them, and he hissed at him and he started crying. And that's how I knew, like, he's just a fragile little boy that needs loving and just wants to be taken care of. I see no aggression in him whatsoever. He's just a very curious puppy. And he's taught me more patience because I'm walking him and he wants to smell everything. And at first I was like, come on, like quit stopping me every second. But then I stopped, I'm like, he's a puppy. You don't come into this world knowing it all. Like the whole world is new to him and I have to let him discover the world and sniff every little thing that he wants to and be patient with him, let him lead the way, give him time because he's new at this and I'm new at this too. We're just both learning together and I am glad that I have this boy. Do you have dirt up your nose? Oh my gosh. I took him to the drive-thru somewhere and whenever the person like started speaking, he tilted his head. He's like, what is that noise and where is it coming from? And he tilted his head. So like I took a picture. I was literally driving like 70 miles an hour down the highway because I wanted to get a picture of him doing that. It was so cute. So I started like howling and doing like some weird part of a song and he was like doing that. So I got to snap the photo of him and I'm glad I did because he's the cutest thing ever. When we're at the park, he literally jumps on me like he wants me to hug him. He wants me to protect him. He did get out of his leash once and he ran into the street and it was really scary. And I was like, shit, if something happens to him, I wouldn't even know how to break it to people, to my family. Well, everyone, this is Dre and thanks for watching me talk about him. Yes, I know. Yes, he's like, I'm the best. I wonder what crazy adventures he's gonna take me on. We'll just have to wait and see. Have a good day, everyone. You just farted on my bed, crazy boy.